Hey, I'm Butterfly to Light, and I am back as usual. I work personally with people all the time, whether it be through advice, coaching them through something, doing readings. I hope to eventually move on with doing, some little things with the relationships, giving little sprinkles of advice here and there to just be the mediator within relationships and stuff like that. And time after time again, I come across the question from women. Okay, this question from women. What do I do to get him to want me, to like me, to love me? Stop right there. Already, if you're putting certain words together, you've already lost it. If you're putting words together that's saying anything like, what should I do to get him to want me, or to get him to like me, and to get him to love me? Like, guys, when is it okay to say that your job is to get someone to love you? Does your kids have to get you to love them? Does your mother have to get you to love them? Do your friends, does anybody that is in your life, present in your life right now, that you enjoy being around on your own, do they have to tell you reasons why you should like them and you should love them, and vice versa? No. You do it because you want to be there. Okay? Definite or indefinite, it doesn't matter. Different or indifferent, I don't know. It's a bunch of words, and people correct me all the time, and that's fine. But what I'm telling you is that you already did yourself a huge disservice when you open up your mouth and you speak those words. What should I do to get him to love me and want me? And I'm gonna tell you something. It's no reader. I'm just keeping it real. It's no reader from here to Beijing, and I'm far away from Beijing, that's gonna get you to be able to do that and live in your truth at the same time. Like when you're talking about putting spells on someone to convince them, when you're talking about doing something against someone's will, the only thing you're doing is creating karma for yourself. You will feel the attachment. You will be trapped with the feelings and the thoughts of that person. And, I see this more often than none. This goes over better with women because, you think about the feminine energy source and power of that, and the seductive ways that women can be to, call in or have the men attracted to them and want to be there or whatever. You think about all those things in the first place is extremely powerful. But I'm telling you, I've said this before in the past, but the only thing you really get is a man that is there with you. They don't know why. They don't really love you, and they're going to be out womanizing and being with other women anyways. The only thing you do is you tie yourself together in a negative way. Especially the person that's, taking the initiative to do these things. Now, the only reason I go from that perspective is because the reality is that people really do this, y'all. People really do this. And just because it's not talked about much, it doesn't make it not true. Okay? People do this on a regular. Okay? And my thing is this. If you're talking about spirits, you're talking about deities, and you're talking about all that stuff, yeah. Those entities can come in and attach to the lower vibration of another person's energy and keep you guys trapped in, but and that is why I don't believe in that type of stuff. That's why I would say don't go that route. And what you would have to seriously be in a desperate spot, in a desperate space when you're willing to do these type of things. And I'm not judging you. I'm telling you what's real, because something at the time is telling you, I can't live without this person. I cannot function without this person. Why this person? And the thing about it, what people don't understand is that they could have been here to live out karma with a certain situation, a certain person, but their soul needs to graduate to move on to something bigger, better, higher. Maybe even actually experience what love really is and the freedom that love is about. But no. They don't want to do that. For whatever reason, okay? But whatever the case may be, whatever the point may be, I had to go over that. But what I'm saying is that once you start forming your lips to saying, what can I do to make him want to be with me, you're already going down the not so best track for yourself. And I'm about to answer what you can do to make him be with you. Because, and this is all up to you, but at the end of the day, you can do nothing. As a matter of fact, even if you can do something, I would suggest that you do nothing at all. Nothing. Making someone be with you and convincing them is very unattractive. It is 100% unattractive, because the only thing you're going to get is the person wasting your time, stringing you along, and using you until they find something better, or some other woman that they probably just came across or just met or whatever requires more from them than you. Okay? Some other woman that's living their life and living their best life, even if their life is in shambles, okay? They living it like never before. And they're not stuck on trying to make some men want them and love them and all that. But they're open at the same time. You can always tell a person that is resentful, regretful, and not able to let their energy, the energy of love, freely flow, because they're more of trying to control the situation. They're trying to control who they get with because of fear, because of rejection, all of that, instead of just letting it flow. Okay? And letting it flow doesn't mean to accept in everything off of everybody. Okay? Because remember, we find ourselves in situations that we choose to accept. And then when we get in those situations, we place the blame on the other person. It's like, oh, it's his fault. He's doing this. He's doing that. But you don't understand, as a woman, though, you hold a great amount of power. You knew what he was doing before you got with him. You see what I'm saying? You accepted it. You didn't require any change. And that's what he's going to do. He's not going to do anything any different until you do things different. In society, I say this all the time. Okay? Especially amongst women that look like me. I say, they want to know what's the problem with relationships, like with them getting a man and keeping him and everything. It's simple. It's simple. Like this little stuff that you're finding attractive and cute, but disrespectful at the same time. Yeah, that's fun. It's fun to play with those things. It's fun, okay, to be a part of those things and to be enticed by those things. But at the end of the day, how is it working for you? You got to ask yourself these questions. These are all the questions that you have to ask yourself. How is what I'm doing working for me? And the reason why I'm saying this is because, ladies, like I said, when we do better, they don't got no choice but to do better. Okay? And I want to tell you this too. You will attract in somebody that works for you. And if you feel like you're at that point to where you're just not really wanting to do it, maybe it's not about, maybe you do treat yourself good. Maybe you do expect more. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you are open in love, but you just feel like, you know what though? A lot of the men I'm coming across, they're just not doing it for me. But guess what? What is wrong with you saying, okay, you know what? It's okay for me to be alone for a while before I put up with this. Okay? What is wrong with that? Especially if you're being reasonable. Because what I'm saying is that a lot of behavior that women put up with, a man will never put up with from us, ever. But there's a lot of men out there though that are more than willing to commit, especially to something that they believe in. And that's why you have to have a life. That's why you have to have something that you have your focus on that is valuable, that brings value for your life, for your kids, and for the man that you're trying to be with. Because then you're able to show him where he is needed. Because if you're taking the time and building you a quality life, or just building you a life that you enjoy, you're going to need some assistance from time to time. And when I say assistance, you may want somebody to just share it with. There's going to be somebody that's more than willing to do so. And I'm directing this video in the way that I am because there's a lot of women that say to me, well, what do I do to get him, to keep him? You don't do anything. You don't do anything but take care of you. And you don't focus on, if it's a man, honey, let me tell you something. If it's a man that you kind of got to force, you got to try to outbeat the competition, honey, I'm going to tell you right now, don't be the competition. Don't ever be the competition. That's not something you want to go through. And you can bring your little daughters here and let me tell them. Because I'm not using no derogatory language and I'm not doing anything that's out of the blue. You know, I'm being straight up front, and I'm telling you, don't ever be the competition. Why? Because you're better than the competition and you already know it. And a true person, a true woman that is, I shouldn't say true, but a woman that's confident in who she is and she know what she wants in life. That's another thing. Know what you want in life. Even if you don't know what you want in life overall, know what you want. Because you can make it very clear about what you don't want. And when you see it, you know whether you can negotiate at or where you need to just kick rocks. You know, like, let's just call this what it is and let it go. Instead of wasting your time and then bringing children into and on top of that wasted time. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this. No. If you gotta do something, then he's not really noticing you for who you are, or he doesn't really respect it, or he doesn't care at the time, whatever. If you have to chase him, no. I feel like two people that really want to be with each other don't have to chase each other at all. If you have to become something else to keep his attention, to beat out the competition, don't do it. The way to get him is don't try to get him. And I'm your girl, Butterfly to Light. And I'll be back. Peace.